What do you think about the knitting circle so far?
Oh gosh, it's probably one of the most exciting projects I've worked on in a long time, partly because we've had the opportunity to work in a very different way. This time Julie's had the idea, she's known what she's wanted to write, but she's wanted to explore it in a more in-depth way. And so we spent that week in December where we workshopped around some ideas and themes that Julie had and met some people that she lined up for us, and it's been quite extraordinary. And for me, I guess it's getting the chance to work with Julie again, this time with her purely as a writer instead of a writer and actor. And it's just been very, very exciting, and I can't wait to see how it turns out.
It's been quite intense, I have to say, because we've done a lot of research. We've met a lot of people and heard a lot of testimonies, and yeah, it's just a fascinating time and everything that was happening, and just something that fascinates me is the politics of everything, and not losing sight of the fact that we're dealing with real people, and this is their story, you know, and it's important to get that truthfulness of that time, but also, you know, make it dramatically entertaining and interesting for people.
Well, so far it's just been fantastic, because I think for me, meeting the women that I have been privileged to meet has been it's been inspirational, and it's been moving, and it's made me realise stuff that I thought I knew and I absolutely didn't, and it's made me feel very attached to something that people find very difficult to talk about. And my dream is that something that we might do will honour those stories and capture that thing that we don't talk about. So possibly we might begin to, and that's been the most exciting thought for me so far.
It's been a real journey of discovery, which I'm loving, and it's kind of unfolding as we work, as I guess you expect. And in the exploratory week, it was fantastic. I went and met some incredible people. We're using different stories, pulling them from different people, creating this whole, Julie's writing obviously, but it's directing, and everyone's great. I'm learning to knit, and that's quite interesting. And what I think I like best of all, because I don't really know what's going to happen at this point. It's going in lots of interesting directions, and yeah, I think it's going to be very exciting. I don't know what this is going to be, but we'll have to see, won't we?
It's been a bit of an adventure, I have to say, because just 10 days is probably all we've had together, and in 10 days we've had a week of doing research, which has been a bit of an eye-opener, I'd say.
Before Christmas,
yeah.
that week of research, yeah, that was good.
Which really was in getting us to meet people, sort of people we never believed probably in our lives we'd meet, which has been fabulous. And the reason we're together is because
we went to see two people together and interviewed them, and they were people who had experience of what the play's about. So they'd been long-term patients, but we're now got a life together outside.
So they've actually been together for 20 odd years.
Do you know, Alan, this has been one of the most exciting projects of my life. It's brilliant working with Paulette Randall again. I think we fit like a glove. It's just a brilliant team. We've got a fantastic cast, really strong cast, so that's exciting. Where I began with a certain idea of writing about the women's group I ran in one of the old asylums before they closed it down when I was working a long time ago in the mid-80s in a long-stay hospital in Hertfordshire. That was my beginning, but now we're actually working with the knitting circle because all the actors have become those people they've been off studying. The other exciting thing for me is the amount of testimonies, people's real stories who've come forward and said, I want to gift you my story. I really want to talk about this experience.
Thank you.